What motivates me in research? It's fascinating to explore the many complicated problems that we are experiencing in global relations. And I would like always to understand much more about the dynamics which goes on between each and every case. I love when I can actually come up and draw my own conclusions and make up my own mind about what goes on in international relations. Hello, my name is Elisabeth Johansson-Nogués and I'm research professor here at IBEI and Monnet chair. In one of my recent publications, I looked at the state of affairs of global norms. And when we look back at last year, 2025, we noted in general it was a very bad year for norms such as human rights, democracy, or rule of law. Conflicts were the major culprits for this state of affairs. Norms are usually marginalized in situations of exceptions, whether like conflict, war, or in natural disasters. But we also had the unusual case of that we saw that the US, which had been a historically strong backer for norms, now has turned into somewhat of a breaker of international norms with the rise of Donald J. Trump's White House. The combined effect of the two, i.e. conflict and the Trump administration, has meant that many observers have spoken of 2025 as a form of complete paradigm shift on protection of human rights, democracy, and the rule of law. And as we wake up to this new brave world where might makes right and norms have become relativized, is there still then a place for academic research into the role of international norms? I believe so, and I did reflect on the state of global norms in a chapter titled Norms Research and Foreign Policy in the Oxford Handbook of Norm Research and in International Relations, and this was a handbook edited by Sasha Ngoliaga, Phil Orchard, and Antti Wiener, published in December 2025. Norm research, I argue, has still great explanatory power across a wide range of different sociopolitical case scenarios, whether Western, non-Western, whether liberal or non-liberal. It also has a great explanatory power if you look at different levels of norm applications, whether at the macro level, international level, or the meso, regional, domestic, intra-institutional level, as well as all the way down to the micro, which is the individual level where foreign policy makers are taking decisions. We believe that norms, if freed from the liberal bias that it suffered from in the last 35 years, could thus continue to carry great interest for future scholarship. And I do encourage all future scholars to explore widely with norms and also look into the many blind spots.